In a world where hate often blinds us to the truth, there are moments when violence not only ruins lives but uncovers secrets no one expected. What happens when two men's fates intertwine in a way that no one could foresee? A racist cop, a black veteran, and a son who holds the key to an unimaginable truth. This is the story of Daniel Jackson, a decorated war veteran who was brutally attacked by a racist officer. But the attack wasn't just physical. It was a blow that would echo through the lives of not just Daniel, but also someone who had no idea his life was about to be torn apart. Meet Officer Kyle Thompson, a man whose life was defined by his uniform and the power it gave him. Known for his aggressive tactics and bias, Thompson believed in his own version of justice, a justice that was cold and unforgiving. And on August 15th, everything changed. Officer Thompson had no idea that his day was about to take a devastating turn when he encountered a man named Daniel Jackson. Daniel Jackson was a man who had seen the worst of the world, fighting for freedom and country on distant shores. When he returned home, he was not just a veteran, but a father. A loving, protective father to his young son, Elijah. Elijah was just 8 years old. He idolized his dad, seeing him as a hero in every sense. But that hero was about to face a brutal attack that no one could have foreseen. A violence that would change the course of their lives forever. Officer Thompson wasn't expecting anything unusual when he pulled over Daniel. It should have been a routine traffic stop. But the moment he approached Daniel's car, things began to escalate. What started with a simple request for ID quickly spiraled into something far more sinister. Thompson's hatred was blinding him. Daniel, a black man in uniform, was the target of his rage. The officer's prejudices took over, and before anyone could react, he punched Daniel. One single punch that knocked him to the ground. Daniel fell to the ground, unconscious. His head struck the pavement hard, and everything went black. He was rushed to the hospital, but his condition was grave. Mary Jackson, his wife, had to face the reality. The love of her life, her protector, was now fighting for his life. And then there was Elijah. He was so young, so full of life, and yet his world was about to be torn apart. Officer Thompson had no idea who Daniel really was. To him, Daniel was just another man he didn't respect, another black man in his way. But what Thompson didn't know was that Daniel's son, Elijah, was about to become a part of his own life in a way he could never have imagined. What Thompson didn't know was that Elijah and his son, Kyle Jr., went to the same school. Their paths had crossed countless times. The boys had even played together, friends, unaware of the dark connection between their fathers. The truth hit him like a ton of bricks. The man he had attacked, the man who was now in a coma, was the father of his son's best friend. Elijah was Kyle Thompson's son's best friend. The consequences of that single punch were profound. Officer Thompson was arrested, tried for assault, and convicted. His career was over, but the damage he caused went far deeper than any badge he wore. Daniel Jackson survived the attack, but his path to recovery was long. He and his family would never forget that day, the day when a racist cop's hatred almost destroyed everything they held dear. But, in the end, love and family triumphed over violence. This story isn't just about one man's violence. It's about the impact our actions have on the people around us, on those we love and those we don't even know. It's about accountability, redemption, and the unbreakable bond of family. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this story? Can someone like Officer Thompson ever truly change? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you believe that stories like this need to be told, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.